Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. This is Tarafdar, your guide and mentor. It's been a while we haven't spoken, so I just wanted to shoot out this quick video to give you guys some idea of what's happening going forward. We got a couple of things coming up that's exciting for this channel, more specifically the direction in which this channel is going to be going. I see, slowly the subscriber base is pretty much creeping up to the standards of where we need it to be. Definitely, I appreciate you guys leaving feedback on that live stream that we did together a couple of days ago, where we discussed the idea of, writing letters together. Obviously, I saw a lot of interested parties. You guys were asking phenomenal questions, and I couldn't be happier answering them. We did the part 2. Obviously, that's in the channel membership, so you have to be inside the channel membership to access that video, with a bunch of other cool techniques and videos that I discuss inside the membership as well. Now, mostly the reason for this video, real quick, and of course I want to keep it at length because I wanted to explain some of the things that we're going to be looking forward to. The first of the many things that we have to discuss is, why I've been absent and not putting up regular videos, right? Because what usually happened in the channel was, for a good 2 years, I've tried to maintain consistency in reference to a video every other day, or if possible, a couple of days apart. And lately it's been a week apart, and there's actually good science behind that. And the reason why, it's because I've noticed that YouTube started to push out my content when I gave it enough time for that video to have a nurture cycle. And what I mean by that is I wanted people like yourselves watching these videos to have sufficient time to study the material within those videos, but at the same time understand the context of it and give it enough time for others to discover the video as well. So I'm not saying that I'm not going to be pushing out more content. What it does for me is I get to focus on putting out strategies on making sure that other people can find this channel to learn the information about personal credit as you guys have been blessed with. So that's one of those things. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm going to stick to this strategy. I'm going to go ahead and put the video out like a regular strategy that we used to do. But I just wanted to give you guys that because I was in a studying period. So that's the first thing. Second thing, I've been working very hard on looking and identifying and acquiring businesses that are in distress. And what I mean by that is simple. People have personal guarantees when they're in businesses, right? What I mean by personal guarantee is they sign their personal credit and their assets when they're getting loans for their businesses. So what I've been looking at right now lately is I've looked at identifying businesses that are hurting. They can't sell because the debt is higher than the value of the company. And it happens quite often. And the reason it's happened now more than ever is because a lot of people who are in this business space essentially are crippled for 2 reasons. Number one, they essentially have issues because they borrowed on merchant cash advance loans, which we see a lot of people borrow. And when they borrow that merchant cash advance loan, what happened was they essentially were looking forward to like a couple of weeks of a break or some sort of curfew with the whole situation with COVID. Unfortunately, what ended up happening was that anticipation was shortly killed, right? Because it lasted for much more than a couple of weeks or months. That wasn't a short-term span, and therefore the debt load that they carried on needed to be sustained with more money borrowed. So there's a lot of businesses that actually, obviously file bankruptcy and they're going under. So I wanted to address this with you guys because maybe you might know, and that can help us out, is if you find companies that have a lot of debt, maybe you're a business owner that's going through this on a personal credit journey because you're afraid that your credit might get hit. If you find that there are businesses that are going through the consideration of filing a bankruptcy, let me know. I have the ability to let them walk away without their personal guaranteeing being affected, without them shutting down their businesses, and then we buy over their business based on whatever it is on the liquidation value. But at the end of the day, the benefit of the business owner is they can walk away without the personal consequences of having a bankruptcy on record, in addition to their business being shut down and many jobs being lost where no more food can be put on the table. So that's one of those things that I've been working very hard on with my team to bring to the market. So that's the second thing. Now, the third thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is something quite interesting and unique. There's a lot of people who've been asking me for a software for credit repair, right? You guys know that I do documentation. I have my personal course. I help you guys get settled in to understand the ins and outs of personal credit and how to fix your personal credit, which is critical. But this software, right? I'm working with an individual. He's a student of mine. He's got some pretty powerful knowledge in reference to how to code and do certain things. And we've basically been working on some of the strategies to put this software to market. And that's actually going to be coming up. One of the benefits of what I have put together with him is that it's not going to be a traditional software for credit repair. Actually, there's financial education. There's going to be in-house debt consolidation. And the program is going to explain everything to you. There will be the ability to, if you want to pay a collector but you want them off your credit report, and you want to have good debt built over time, then we have programs for that as well. And with this information that you'll have access to and the benefit of accessing that software, it's going to be in a way that it's completely hands-free once you're in. And the reason I say that is because we put together a processing center that handles the mailing for you, right? A lot of softwares out there, they may have codes that are attached to mail houses that print out your letters and send it off electronically. The problem with the credit bureaus is if they start seeing a lot of volume that looks like computerized information, letterheads and so on and so forth, they can actually throw it in the garbage, right? Because they notify themselves in a situation of awareness that this can actually be coming from a credit repair organization. So do we really want to pay attention to this, or can we just dump it into the garbage? And in most cases, they dump it into the garbage. So you have to have a unique angle in how you go about credit repair. So that's a big flaw that I see a lot of credit repair softwares grow through. And then the other problem is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is coming up with a surprise for credit repair organizations in a bad way. And the last thing you want to be known as is identified as a credit repair organization. And I talk about that in the Insider's Edition, in addition to the channel membership area if you log in, or if you join us, and you'll find out why I'm talking about this. But those are some of the critical points as to why the software we're developing together is going to be very different, right? Not only will you as a customer be able to access it to get your credit fixed, but also at the same time, if you're a credit repair organization or are a professional servicing individuals that require personal credit to get that transaction across the table, you might benefit from that. So we got those two things that I'm working on as well. And then there's just another thing that I wanted to be, sharing with you guys as I'm excited, is a book is coming up in the following week. It's about, business and small to medium-sized companies in the US and how the personal credit system is changing, and what are some of the things that we can do to preserve the US economy by taking our part in it and by doing certain things that can prevent a lot of closures of businesses and loss of jobs. That restructuring program that I talked about how we go in and help those businesses preserve their personal guarantee, which is their personal credit, help their businesses stay intact, help those people keep their jobs while we handle things with the creditors. I mean, that's the most peaceful exit you can possibly imagine instead of going the business bankruptcy route. Now, why don't I recommend business bankruptcy? Well, simple. You're going to spend time in court, about 12 to 18 months, and every time you have a proposal, the creditor can object at any given point, which means the bankruptcy process can even last 2 to 3 years. And not to mention all the personal stress that you're going to be taking on as a business owner, or if you know somebody who needs to hear this. But yeah, I just wanted to shoot this quick video to you guys. I know it's been a while, like I said, and I definitely wanted to reach out to you guys and let you know that I'm not gone. I got a lot more content planned for you guys, and that's coming up soon. But stick around, and if you haven't subscribed yet, this is your first time watching me, or you've been watching my videos and you haven't decided to subscribe, well, consider subscribing. We got a lot more cool stuff coming up. Share this video, because if you don't share this, then that means other people are not going to be aware, and perhaps we could save a potential business by them just hearing this message and reaching out to me. So go ahead and share this video. It'll definitely help the channel, but also more than anything, it'll help those individuals out there, and that you'll do your part in making sure the message is spread properly. In addition to that, if you enjoyed the video today and you enjoy my channel, don't forget to destroy that thumbs up button, smash it, so every time the YouTube algorithm picks that up, it helps me spread the message as well. And once again, this is definitely your guide and mentor, Ali Tarafdar. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.